Welcome to our program. In this time, we are going to talk about Korean War. But what happened and when? It was a war between North and South Korea, supported by the URSS and the United States respectively. Previously, the USA and the USSR created a division to have more control on the territory, but in the reunification progress emerged some political and social complications. Then, here we have 2 points, and we have the opportunity to understand a little bit the causes and consequences as well the development of the conflict. Now, tell us, what is your point of view?
For realists, we cannot change things and we have to accept it. Realists are rational and think that politics is always politics of power by two ways. First, diplomacy and then war. But there is a state of eternal war and peace is impossible, but stability is attainable. There is an actor, the states, incarnate in statesmen who are rational too. International organizations are totally inefficient and there is no end to the history. Peace will never come because of the balance of power between the states, and there is a separation between national and international politics.
Okay, and what do you think about it, Laura?
Well, under the constructivism, we already know what happened and how it happened, but we don't know why. So, and what does the constructivism does to try to explain the process that the agents went through to decide to start that war. So, according to some constructivisms, states are social agents with an identity that they can build, taking into account their history, their traditions, their ideals, and also their beliefs. So those agents are constantly changing the world that they are in. So and they can change that with their ideals, for example. So the world at the end is like is the result of the agents' interactions and the agents' ideas.
And about the consequences, what can you tell us or explain us?
Um, there are two causes of the Korean War and two levels also. We have first the national level with the desire to conquer each other's territory, which was the case between the North that wanted to conquer the South. And at the international level, we had the USA and USSR fighting in order to consolidate their influence in the region. And also we had an opposition of two major ideologies, which were communism for USSR and capitalism for the USA.
And why happened the war for the constructivism?
Well, the causes is that we see, it's easy to see how the world changed with the interest of the Soviet Union for in one side and on the other side of the United States. So for example, in 1948, you know that they set a border, and so on that time they think that they agreed to set that border, but they never changed the vision, the perception that they have between each other. The perception was the same one. They were enemies, and that never changed. So that was the causes, that perception, because with that point of view, it's easy to start a war. If you think of the other side of the war as an enemy, it's easy to try to to fight them in order to delete them.
Okay, and about the consequences, what can you say?
As a consequence of the Korean War, according to realists, there couldn't be a solution involving peace, but more stability, actually. And this is a consequence of too strong balance of power between the two states and also USSR and the United States of America. And we can also see as a consequence that the international intervention didn't lead any state to win, but to go to more stability at the end.
Okay, here we had 2 points of view, and now we can understand a little bit the Korean War. And thanks for view, and follow us.
And subscribe. Thank you.